Goat Squad TV. What an eventful day as a Celtics fan. Danny Ainge has retired as basketball a player operations. So yeah, man, it's just I gotta keep it real with you, man. Like this is big. That Brad Stevens runs player basketball operations now, but does not coach. I think this is gonna be great. I'm gonna tell you why. I think Brad is much better in this role. In this role, where you got to deal with people, you got to deal with trades, you got to deal with signings. I think this is perfect for Brad Stevens. Because Brad was not a very motivating coach. X and O guy, great, but not a great motivating coach. He was not a guy that was going to move the needle in that locker room, and wasn't going to get the respect of those guys. Um, I'm sure they respect him as a person, but as a coach, they look burned out. I'm actually happy for Brad Stevens in this regard. I think this role fits him perfectly. Now I hope he makes the right hire and doesn't try to get a coach that was like him, because we need to go a different direction coach wise. And I think he even anointed to that we kind of gotta go a different direction coach wise. Chauncey Billups' name has been brought up. Sam Cassell's name's been brought up. Jason Kidd's name's been brought up. Jason Kidd probably be the one I least want because of his ego. He's burnt his way out of places before, and I don't think he particularly fits Celtic pride. But I think Chauncey Billups, being that we drafted him, has unfinished business here. Obviously, he didn't get to play more than 1 year here. He ended up being a legend in Detroit and Denver. But I think he just makes the most sense to me. I heard Fizdale's name brought up. I don't know if Fizdale makes much sense, because if there's any other coach more clueless on lineups than Brad Stevens, it was David Fizdale. I mean, I don't know if I want to have David Fizdale on the team. He tends to burn out with players real quick. Doesn't really have good organization. I'm sure as an X and O guy, he's good, but we just had that. We don't need another one of those. But yeah, I like the idea of Chauncey Billups being interviewed. I like the idea of Sam Cassell being interviewed, and there's other coaching candidates out there. I hate some of these fans that sit there and talk about if you're on the Brad Stevens firing, if you're on the fan base that wanted Brad Stevens fired. I haven't heard a plea for y'all based on a coaching change. Morin's got to understand that you guys put way too much weight on calling a man a genius when he's not. It's funny because Brad will tell you he ain't a genius. Um, what I know is Brad is smart, and he'll know the type of guy that team needs. They need more of a raw coach. They need a guy that might not be so gifted with the X's and O's, but sticks to his guns. Um, and we need that if you're the Celtics. Now, as for Danny Ainge, one title in 18 years. I mean, salute. I don't really have much to say about Ainge. I think the team's gonna go in the right direction depending on who they hire. Um, the off season's gonna be full of moves. The one thing you could basically bank on is Kemba Walker being gone. We have watched the last game Kemba Walker's played as a Celtic. Um, if you guys could talk about untradeable contracts and all you want, I've seen some pretty untradeable contracts get traded. So I'm not even worried about that getting done. There's a lot of other moves that got to get done, but I think Brad will know what to put in, because Brad did make something clear in the press conference. that he didn't always agree with Danny Ainge's philosophy, which tells me that there was a disconnect there. But since Danny was not very in tune the way that you really need to be in that position, considering his health problems, um, guys don't remember he had a heart attack 2 playoffs ago, Kyrie's last season during the Bucks series when we were getting beat handily in that series. So, um, yeah, I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do. We all know JB and JT are gonna be back, so outside of them, it's kind of fair game for everyone else. So it's gonna be interesting. If I'm Boston, I'm just gonna make a suggestion. If I'm the Celtics, I make a phone call to Oklahoma City because Oklahoma City has no problem tanking, and they know they're not winning anytime soon. They're willing to take draft picks. I mean, they're willing to take older players and buy them out. And a guy like Kemba Walker for Al Horford, they're both on third year of their contracts, both on opt-out years, both the money matches. If I'm Danny, if I'm no, I'm Danny. If I'm Brad, I'm hitting up Sam Presti, and I'm like, give me Al Horford, I'll give you Kemba Walker. You can buy him out at the end of the year. You don't really need Kemba, but you buy him out at the end of the year. Maybe even trade him halfway through the year. And that's it. You got Al Horford, now you got a stretch 5. Or a stretch 4, depending on what you want to play. But we'll see. Gold Squad TV, big day. Celtics, new era in Celtics history. Gold Squad TV.